Hey everyone, we've been having an absolute blast on the Outriders demo on the Series X in full 4K. You're seeing some of the footage here across the classes, and we're going to dive into each class in a bit more detail and really show off some of their powers in this early gameplay. Not only have we got the awesome gameplay across the different classes, but we've also got some fantastic graphics. Just look at the environment here. This is some of the prologue, which serves as a very long kind of training mission, which does introduce you to the world and what's going on. Not only have we got the awesome visuals, but we've also got some fantastic cutscenes, and we know we're in a Square Enix title, and we've got the ability for people taking selfies. So let's dive into the classes. I'm going to start off with the Technomancer. This is a long-range support outrider. And to be honest, this is my least favourite, especially on the console. It's really hard to control where you're throwing this grenade type thing, which is the first thing that you get. And most of the abilities are freeze related. So this is your kind of Sub-Zero type outrider. Everything's around freezing and slowing. The melee abilities do this kind of freeze, and obviously it's time limited, so if you don't hit them in time, then they do unfreeze. But the main ability, or the initial ability that you get, is throwing this kind of ice grenade, and you have to be really precise with it. And obviously you see the melee abilities there, you get this kind of run, jump, stomp type attack, as well as the kind of just normal melee. Now, the second ability that you get with the Technomancer is this ice turret, and it's a bit hit and miss whether it actually gets people and freezes them, and it doesn't really last very long. Obviously this is early gameplay, so they're going to improve on it going forwards. But it was really hard to kind of get this in the right places, especially with the controller. Up close it's good to be able to freeze people, but when you're at a distance, getting to them in time or shooting them before they unfreeze was just really quite difficult, and placing the turret in the right place just was very tricky. Going over to one of my favourite classes so far in the series, which is the Trickster, which is a hit and run space-time outrider, and it has this awesome ability of this kind of sweeping attack which gets quite a few people in an arc if they're nearby, and is pretty much an instant kill on the melee front as long as they are below a certain level or certain health. And then you've also got this kind of freeze time that if you get people in it, everything slows down, but also all the bullets coming into it also slow down, so you get these awesome effects of all these bullets kind of freezing or slowing down around you in a kind of matrix effect. And it never gets old seeing those characters melt away into skeletons and explode. And the graphics in this game are absolutely superb, and I can't wait to see the full version of this with ray tracing on, as obviously in the demo that's been disabled, and it's not even been fully optimized for the Series X yet. But it does feel like we're getting that 60 frames per second, and it is an absolute blast to play on console. As I said, with the Trickster, slowing time and taking them out with the shotgun has been absolutely awesome fun, and some of the abilities that you get later on make you look like you are an absolute time god. But it is a hit and run class, so you do need to make sure you get in and get out. Your abilities take a little bit longer to recharge than some of the other classes, so you do need to make sure you get out and get to cover when you don't have your abilities up. And obviously if you miss, you really need to make sure you buy some time. Trickster is probably one of the classes I will take forward into the main game, but I will be playing with the others a bit more to be sure. But Trickster is definitely up there as one of the best. Devastator is not something that I usually go for. This is your kind of tank class, close range, up front, get in there. I actually found it surprisingly fun. It was quite nice to be able to just run up to people and smash them. Not only does your ability heal you like the others if you use it and heal them with your ability, but just being close range to people when they die will also heal you. So you're really encouraged to be up close with this class and take down people with that melee, which is like a giant fist, or this kind of ground attack which spikes up from the ground and kills them. The other ability that you get from the offset is called Golem, which is this stone armor. Again, making you want to get up close and personal and just punch people as a stone statue. Devastator has been extremely fun. I didn't get the shotgun equipped while I was playing this, but it's definitely a shotgun class to be up close and personal. But to be honest, the melee is so powerful, and with that armor and being close to them with that heal, it was just quite good to just use your skills and to be blasting them at every opportunity. That golem armor as well really does take a beating. See, I got hit twice there, 3 times with these massive cleavers from these heavy enemies, and it did barely any damage. In other classes that would have been pretty much death. Devastator is definitely a great class for those that want to get it up close and personal, and is still a contender for me in the end game, although I still favour the Trickster over Devastator. Next up we have my second favourite class at the moment, possibly my most favourite, of the Pyromancer. Being able to make flames from a distance, and these flame walls carry quite some distance, as you'll see here. It gets both the first and the second person behind the walls there, and is deemed a medium to long range play. You also get the ability to pull health out of people, which you just saw there. It's like a flame rope, and anybody on fire will heal you when they die. Flame wall is quite wide and does go through and behind objects, so it's great to pull people out from their hiding places. And this feed the flames, which is that rope that you keep seeing, also goes through objects, so it's great to pull people out of hiding spaces, and it kind of stuns them at the same time, so you can pull them out and kill them and heal very quickly. All in all, Outriders has been extremely fun to play through. This demo is extremely well featured, but is still missing quite a lot of features. We did manage to do some crossplay as well with some PC players just to test that out, and it does work, although a little bit fiddly. We can't wait to see this optimised for the Series X moving forwards, and also getting that ray tracing. This is definitely going to be a long game contender. We can't wait to play some more when the game releases in full. We're also going to be streaming this on and off throughout the next couple of weeks, as we definitely want to level up these classes to that World Tier 7 and see which one we're going to carry through to the full game. Keep an eye out for our Twitch streams as well as YouTube, as there's 2 of us on the channel, so we may be streaming to both, so you'll get 2 different perspectives. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Xbox and Game Pass Ultimate. I'll leave you with a bit more of the gameplay of the Pyromancer here, as it's very spectacular, and we will see you next time.